Okay, let's talk about the trust apocalypse. It's a massive shift in marketing, and we need to get ahead of it. And yeah, winter is definitely here. This isn't some future problem. The global trust collapse is happening right now. I mean, everything feels unpredictable, right? And that makes everyone out there way more skeptical. On top of that, we're all drowning in AI-generated slop. And you know what? People can spot it a mile away. Get this, 73% of us can now spot and just flat out reject that AI marketing content. Then you have all these wild stories about AI agents just adding to the noise and drowning out real messages. It all adds up to a marketing death spiral. And for brokerages, well, it's a total nightmare. So many are stuck using these old tactics, giant call centers, spammy numbers. They just don't work anymore. And the turnover rate in these places, it's insane. More than double the average, and super expensive to fix. Here's a crazy stat for you. 70% of your CRM data is basically useless after just 1 year. So your luxury brand ends up feeling like a cheap telemarketing operation. That's a huge disconnect, right? So what's the antidote? Authenticity. You gotta show you're real. You go live and you go unscripted. But a choppy webcam call versus a real TV quality broadcast, the difference is huge. It just screams competence. The pros use what's called the 4-camera philosophy. Multiple angles make it dynamic, just like real TV. And that level of production, it builds instant trust. It shows you can handle their serious business. But you know, being human doesn't scale easily. That's where AI becomes your invisible engine. This creates a hybrid model. Humans are front and center, building trust. AI works backstage, building scale. The AI does all the heavy lifting, screening, follow-ups, scheduling, so your team can just talk to people. And here is the absolute key. The AI never pretends it's a person. It's all about being transparent. So it really comes down to a simple choice for every marketer out there. Adapt or get left behind. You can stick with the old world of spam and burnout, or you can jump to the new world of trust and authority. Look, the old playbook is totally broken. Winter is here. So what's your next move gonna be?
All right. So we are going full metal today. We're going to cover the spectrum. And let me just kind of fill you in on. So this Saturday, I was at a Dubai conference. And so I'm getting these calls on my phone because they're trying to set up a one-on-one consultation, right? And so these calls are directly being flagged as spam on my phone, right? And so I know this is happening throughout their marketing campaign. I'm getting these emails like it's 2 weeks until the conference, it's 1 week, it's 5 days, it's 3 days, right? So they got their email campaign in full campaign mode. And so the problem was nobody was there, all right? So I was there at, I don't know, the conference opened at 10. I was there maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock, and it was just a handful of people, and these guys were working their rear ends off, all right? Super cool, great vibe, big smiles, and I learned a lot. And so let me just kind of show you, right? So my expertise is property in Paris. No Paris, backwards and forwards, anything when it comes to searching for property or renovating property. It's like I've been there and done that. And so Paris is sort of radial in terms of its pricing structure as far as meters squared is concerned. So at an average, Paris is between 10 to 25,000 euros mètre carré, meter squared. And you can see that reflected here in this map. And then as you move toward the suburbs, les banlieues, as they say en français, you literally, okay, this says between 7,000 and 12,000, 13,000. They're wrong. It's more like 10,000 to 25,000 meters squared. And so you can go, my atelier was right here. So you can go literally, there's a sign that says Paris, not Paris. You can go from here, right? You can go from right there and you can cross the street, and the prices change from about 7,000 euros meter squared to 3,000 meters squared, literally from crossing the street. And so what I learned is that Dubai is more nodal, right? So you have different nodes in Dubai. You have this area, the Palm Jamarai, I believe is how you say it. And then the business district and certain things. But what I learned, which was really super interesting, and where there's a story here. There's a story that I have to figure out, and I don't know how this story developed, but right here, right, there's a little waterway that surrounds this area, and right here, this is off limits to this is, everything else is freehold property. It's basically individual investor centric, unlike Paris, where you have different instruments, like the Société Civile Immobilier is sort of a SPV that comes from the Napoleonic era. So you can have all kinds of investors come in and split the property as far as, you know, as far as everybody, you know, is concerned. In Dubai, only 4 people, okay? You can't have more than 4 investors come together and invest in a property. So it's basically just single investor, freehold properties, right? And so the story is here. So if you go, right? So now, once again, this area is off limits to expats. So if you go here, let me bring down the music just a little bit. Right. So the average, so you're walking down, just like you're walking down Lake Michigan in Chicago, or walking down the Seine in Paris. So, right, the average price of the property is 2 million AED, 1,700. This is not meter squared, but square foot, $1,700 a square foot. Then you just walk here, right? Same price. Okay, so it jumps. The average price per property is 12 million, and the meter squared goes down. What's going on? All right. So then it jumps to 21.20, and the meter squared also goes down. And this is in the area, I believe. And so then here we get this giant jump from $1,300 AED per square foot to 7,000 AED per square foot. So that's a super interesting real estate world that I didn't know existed, which I'm going to jump into and figure out one day, so we can get rid of those apps to free up some CPU. So yes, I am absolutely, according to ChatGPT, I am the unofficial king of LinkedIn Live. Okay, so I followed this trend that's happening where you ask ChatGPT and you say, within everything that you know about me, make a caricature of me with everything that you know. And so it made this. And then what I did is I put it into Grok. And it turned into this. All right? Grok automatically just created this talking image, this little clip. Took that clip and I put it into Canva. So let me show you what that looks like. All right. So I took that clip and put it here into Canva, and I created this little sort of news kind of BBC looking thing, right? And I generated this in Canva. I said, give me some news looking intro, and then I put a little crown over here and some words. Then I dropped in the clip, and then I ended with the same graphic, but I had different music going on underneath there. So that looks like this. And we can turn the music down.
Breaking news, everyone! The king of LinkedIn Live is live right now. The numbers are through the roof. Don't miss this royal broadcast.
Okay, I thought that was pretty humorous. But what I want to show you is the workflow real quick. So for everybody who's completely afraid of AI, I'm going to show you the power and the ease of Canva, and then we're going to take that and relate that to Grok. We're going to Grok and roll right now. So we're going to take that image that I used in that video. So this is just the image that ChatGPT gave me, and I want to fill it now because we had something in 16 by 9, right? We had something 16 by 9 that, right? So landscape. So now I'm going to try something in portrait. So I'm going to turn this. I'm going to ask Canva to fill in the top and the bottom. And the way I do that is I go to edit, and I come in here and I go magic expand, and I want to expand the whole page, and it's going to give me 4 selections. So it's going to work. Okay, bravo. Let's give that a hand. And I really don't like any of these. Let's give that a laugh. I'm not too impressed. Look how messy my desk is. Okay, so I don't know, which one do you like? See how I have all of this? I kind of like this. Do I like the messy desk? Looks like there's too much going on. Yeah, so we're gonna select this one. All right, and then I don't like these goofy words up here, so I'm going to go magic erase, and I'm gonna say click. So we're gonna click up here. Let's see if it recognizes it. All of that, man. I don't like any of that. I want all this gone, all this crazy. And that's the funny thing about AI. It just does not do a good job with. Oh, you know what? That's taking too long. I'm just gonna brush it out. So we're gonna brush out this. All right. So erase. Okay. And now what are we gonna do? We're gonna select. Okay, so I don't know, that looks good. Why not? Just leave it like that. Whatever. So that's a 16 by 9 rendition. Maybe we could get rid of this little ring on the very top. So we're going to click again. And we want that little, like it matters, it doesn't matter. We're gonna, oops, I just erased the whole thing. That deserves a laugh. Okay, let's do that again. Edit. We want magic array. Click something so when look there, does it miss it? Oh no, not that. Deselect. There we go. Erase. It didn't really erase, so we're gonna use the brush. I'm gonna bring the brush down. We're gonna say bye-bye. Okay, so we're gonna erase. All right, much better. I think we can give applause that. So let's download. And then we're going to throw it into Grok, and Grok is going to animate this. Okay, what's that? Undo. What's that doing in there? What? Hold on. It didn't take the erase. I must not have pressed. I must not have pressed. Must not have pressed done. All these things you have to remember. Okay, all right. Yes. So, I want to magic erase. There. I'm done. Okay, beautiful. Now, let's download. Download. Where's the PNG? Download. Okay, perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that image we just downloaded and we're just going to throw it into, we're going to Grok and roll, baby. We're going to Grok and roll. Okay, so we're going to call that 9 by 16 King of LinkedIn Live. All right, save. So let's take a look at where we are. I'll take you to the downloads. Okay, so it is here, right there. See if we can open it up in the browser. Open here. Okay, beautiful. So we're going to now take this image and we're going to throw it into Grok. So we're going to Grok and roll. All right, so I'll get there. All right. So now, this is just so crazy. All right. You just go down here, and the great thing about Grok is for whatever Gemini has a problem with rendering it, if you say landscape, it just keeps wanting to turn it into a square, and it turns this little, it's got this little star thing that it does, and so it's really annoying. And Grok, what's great about Grok is you go like this, right? And it has all of the standardized sizes right here. So we don't want an infographic size, we want 9:16, and then you can go video resolution. Oh, see, there you go. You need to get super rock and roll. So we're going to, there you go. Okay, good. To get 720 by 180, you need to pay, but we're going to be fine with 480p. And we want a video. We don't want an image, we want a video, right? So all we gotta do is throw that video in. You can give it a prompt, but we're just gonna throw that video in right here. Watch this. Okay, so we're gonna take this and we're attaching it. Now it's just gonna do its thing, man. It already did this, which you saw. Okay, here we go. It's grokking and rolling. It's grokking and rolling. Okay, and we'll turn the music down as soon as it generates. Auto generate video on upload. Now you can also obviously prompt what you want to do, and what I recommend is anytime you want to prompt something, don't try to, you have all of these
Welcome to the kingdom.
Oh, there it is.
Streaming. Our analytics show engagement is through the roof. Long live the live stream. Welcome to the kingdom. Breaking news and streaming. Our analytics show engagement is through the roof. Long live the live stream. Welcome to the kingdom. Breaking news and streaming. Our analytics show engagement is through the roof. Long live the live stream.
Is that not cool or what? Do you see how easy that was? Do you see how easy that was?
News and streaming.
All right. Do you see how easy it was to create something fun and, for everybody out there who's all afraid of AI, this is just so much power in such a small package. So Grok, by far, for me, has the most bang for its buck when it comes to just straight out fun. If you want to get like cinematic and do stuff that looks like, Spielberg is directing, well, there's tons of tools that can do that. We'll get into those types of tools later. But for just sheer 100% absolute crazy rock and roll, once again, just take your character image, right? Put it into Grok. You don't even have to prompt, and it'll come up with something cool. Let's listen to it again, just for the heck of it.
Welcome to the kingdom. Breaking news and streaming. Our analytics show engagement is through the roof. Long live the live stream. Welcome to the kingdom. Breaking news and streaming. Our analytics show engagement is through the roof. Long live the live stream. Welcome to the kingdom. Breaking news and streaming. Our analytics show engagement is through the
Okay, and so what I'm going to do then, not now, but I'm going to take this, right? So this project, I took the 16:9, I took the landscape version of this and I made this.
Breaking news, everyone! The king of LinkedIn Live is live right now. The numbers are through the roof. Don't miss this royal broadcast.
And this was just so easy to build. I pulled the music from the selections that I had in Canva, I created this in Canva. I was just like text to image, give me an intro that looks like a news intro. And then Gemini suggested this transition and suggested I do this. So I followed Gemini's recommendations through the Grok thing. This literally took me maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes to put this together. So I'm going to do the same thing. Now, instead of a 16:9 format, I'm going to have a...
Long live the live stream! Welcome to the kingdom! Breaking news and streaming. Our analytics show engagement is through the roof. Long live the live stream!
All right. Man, that was so much ridiculous fun. Complete, absolute. Shameless self-promotion. And the point is, all right, the point is when you combine a live stream, like anything that happens right now, oh, I got something in my nose, excuse me, right? And oh, there's something in my teeth. Every mistake is a banner of authenticity. So you don't have to feel nervous about making it perfect just because we're so hyper focused on AI, authenticity, and once you put a live program together and then create an Agentics tool that can grab, right, all the viewers that come in and people who are commenting and people who like in your LinkedIn feed, your YouTube feed, your Facebook feed. You can have the AI being like, hi, I'm the most helpful agent, and the AI will answer all questions, and you don't end up with this, all right? You don't end up with this or with this. an empty room, and everything going to the spam folder. All right, so we're gonna leave you with this, and we'll see you next time, okay? Au revoir.
Okay, let's talk about the trust apocalypse. It's a massive shift in marketing, and we need to get ahead of it. And yeah, winter is definitely here. This isn't some future problem. The global trust collapse is happening right now. I mean, everything feels unpredictable, right? And that makes everyone out there way more skeptical. On top of that, we're all drowning in AI-generated slop. And you know what? People can spot it a mile away. Get this, 73% of us can now spot and just flat out reject that AI marketing content. Then you have all these wild stories about AI agents just adding to the noise and drowning out real messages. It all adds up to a marketing death spiral. And for brokerages, well, it's a total nightmare. So many are stuck using these old tactics, giant call centers, spammy numbers. They just don't work anymore. And the turnover rate in these places, it's insane. More than double the average, and super expensive to fix. Here's a crazy stat for you. 70% of your CRM data is basically useless after just 1 year. So your luxury brand ends up feeling like a cheap telemarketing operation. That's a huge disconnect, right? So what's the antidote? Authenticity. You gotta show you're real. You go live and you go unscripted. But a choppy webcam call versus a real TV quality broadcast, the difference is huge. It just screams competence. The pros use what's called the 4-camera philosophy. Multiple angles make it dynamic, just like real TV. And that level of production, it builds instant trust. It shows you can handle their serious business. But being human doesn't scale easily. That's where AI becomes your invisible engine. This creates a hybrid model. Humans are front and center, building trust. AI works backstage, building scale. The AI does all the heavy lifting, screening, follow-ups, scheduling, so your team can just talk to people. And here is the absolute key. The AI never pretends it's a person. It's all about being transparent. So it really comes down to a simple choice for every marketer out there: adapt or get left behind. You can stick with the old world of spam and burnout, or you can jump to the new world of trust and authority. Look, the old playbook is totally broken. Winter is here. So what's your next move gonna be?